Hello, Paul Hamilton here for iPad Monthly. We're going to take a look at Explain Everything today, and you can kind of see an image of myself here. I've been doing this with Year 2 and 3 students, just talking about how we can present information and knowledge using Explain Everything to its fullest potential. So basically what we're going to do is a whole range of different things here: recording, selecting, cropping. Let's get straight into it. So I'm going to press home. No, I don't need to save that. I'm going to start a brand new Explain Everything. I'll go with the black template. And the first thing we're going to do is I went outside with my kids and I got my kids to take a photo of me about to kick a ball. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to hit the plus. I'm actually going to bring in that image from my camera roll. I'm going to press done. And what we're going to do there is we're going to set this as our background. So what we teach our kids to do is press the I on the left-hand side. Then we ask our students to tap the screen to select it. And then down the side there, you can see a little set as background. And that's what I'm going to do. I always get my kids then to press the little hand tool at the top and just to move the screen to see if it actually moves or not. And you can see there that it hasn't. So I'm kind of ready to go. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in exactly the same photo. So I'll go to that photo. I'll zoom in a little bit and then I'm going to press done. And I've actually made a mistake there, so I'll use my back arrow. That's a good thing to use. I'll try that one more time. So I'm going to hit the plus, go to photos, hit there. And what I'm actually going to do is I'll zoom in a little bit and I'm going to hit my lasso tool. You can see it right at the top there. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to select the ball. So this is pretty difficult because it's a very small image, but I'll do the best I can. Press done. You can see the ball there. I'll press done again. And now I've got two balls. So that's going to really help me in regard to explaining what happens with the ball. And what I actually get our kids to do is actually do three things. First thing is to move something. Second thing is to draw something. And the third thing is actually to say something. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to press record. And I'm going to kind of hopefully demonstrate my knowledge about forces with this picture. So let's see how I go. So the first thing I'm going to do is move the ball. So I'll get it all ready. And I'm going to press record. As Mr. Hamilton kicks the ball, it goes into the air. While the ball is in the air, and even before it, gravity is actually forcing it back down. So as the ball travels through the air, it is always going down to the ground. By the way, Mr. Hamilton is using his foot and his leg to exert a force onto the ball to get it in the air in the first place. And then I'll just stop that. So you can see there that my recording went for 32 seconds. I did lots of drawing. I did lots of moving. I've done some selecting. And it's a great way of getting kids to explain a certain scientific concept. Really easy to do. At the end of it, we can obviously export it as a movie and airdrop it straight to the teacher. But it's a fantastic way of just getting a simple selection by cutting it out to help actually demonstrate something. Now, I've got my kids some of the kids went very creative and started animating my leg going through and actually talking about the force from the foot and the leg exerted on the ball. So you can actually cut out part of my leg and actually have that rotating through when it hit. But this is just a really easy way to use a very powerful software, an application like Explain Everything to its potential. And to be honest, I've only probably used 2 or 3 tools down the side of Explain Everything. There was some explicit teaching. They actually taught the kids about some of these tools before we did it. But the great thing about Explain Everything now is if I go home, I won't save that. And if I go to the little spanner at the top, I can actually create a simple interface for some of my younger students. So if I actually opened up one of these now, you can actually see that I've got a much simpler interface for my younger kids to use. But to be honest, it's still some of the same tools that I've used in that tutorial that I just showed you. So look, Explain Everything continues to get better and better as a software application for my students because a whole range of different curriculum I can actually use it with my students. So Paul Hamilton here signing off for iPad Monthly. Hope you found that tutorial really helpful on Explain Everything.